View of London.
David, welcome back from London Hat Week. How was it?
Oh my gosh, I had so much fun in London. I can't believe that I was included. I was so honored to be included. I thought it was kind of really a dream come true for me.
That's fantastic. How did it feel to be so honored and to be displayed among so many other fine milliners?
Well, there were 200 milliners from all over the world. So the first part of London Hat Week was the World Garden, it was called. And my Royal Rose, which is a David Dunkley Fine Millinery favorite, was chosen with a beautiful feather extravaganza coming out from behind it. So it was amazing to see the colors that were included in the show and to have my work as part of the wonderful kaleidoscope.
That's wonderful.
I'm not sure that made sense, but that's kind of how I was feeling.
What was the most memorable moment, would you say? The most exciting thing that you saw or did while you were there?
Well, I always like, when I answer a question like that, I like to think of I like to answer with the first thing that comes to mind. So I think my most memorable moment was, there was a couple of occasions where we were at different cocktail parties. And it was amazing to be in a room full of talented people from all over the world. It was the first time I've ever been in a room with 200 hat makers. And it was just kind of an incredibly nerdy thing, but at the same time, an incredibly rewarding moment.
And tell me about the hat that you created to wear at the event.
That's a very good question. Thanks for asking. The hat that I created was a vintage top hat, and I have a mentor here in Toronto that taught me how to restore them. So I wanted to make something, let me back up a little, I wanted to make something that honored pretty much all the teachers that I have had over the years. And I also wanted to do what I was best at. Now wasn't the time to reinvent and try something new. So I opted to to restore a vintage top hat that I had. It was a miniature one. So Barbara Hobbs taught me how to do that. I opted to put flowers on top of the hats, and Rose Corey, the Royal Milliner, who I'm famously attached to, she taught me how to make those roses, and so I wanted to honor her and her teachings. And then feathers were on it as well, and I've had different teachers over the years teach me how to work with feathers, and they're one of my favorite things to work with, so I had to have those included. And then I had bunting, which was from a dear friend of mine, Margaret Donnelly. She introduced me to the Royal Milliner, and I've traveled a couple times to London with her, and her mother purchased the bunting in 1953, and it was a tribute to Her Majesty's coronation. So I wanted to pay tribute to all of those people and put all of those things together and wear them. So that's what I wore.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I wonder what type of inspiration you might have come away with after seeing so many different milliners' work, and also the Dior show, which I know that you saw in London. Is there anything that you came away dreaming about?
Oh my God, well, the Dior show was phenomenal because it actually spanned the history of Dior. It wasn't just any one time period. And it included some of the designers who have picked up the torch of his calling, I guess. So so that it was just, I don't think you can really explain how beautiful Dior is. I mean, it changed the world, and how, I mean, his work is still, influencing us today. So to have it, to be standing in front of the original pieces, and then to be in London during Hat Week, and then to be inspired by the hats, the accessories, the garments, the techniques. I could go on and on for hours, but it was a wonderful, nerdy fashion moment.
Do you think any of your next collection will reflect some of the inspiration that you picked up while you were at?
Well, that's a very good shameless question, so thank you very much. And I will shamelessly say that I am including some of those inspirations in the collection that I'm creating for the Toronto Botanical Gardens this year as their master milliner.
Oh, wonderful. And when will that be?
Well, I'm not going to reveal the date yet, but it's coming, I promise you.
Okay.
I think there was another part to that question, but I don't think I got there.
Oh no, I asked you, about your inspiration, and if there's anything that really tweaked your interest that you have to maybe include in your upcoming collections. Things that maybe came together for you visually or otherwise.
Well, I will say that at the moment, my race hat collection for the Queen's Plate and the Toronto Botanical Garden, collection. Those two couture collections were absolutely cemented and sketched out actually while I was sitting in the Victorian Albert Museum.
How lovely.
So.
Oh, we all look forward to seeing that, David. I think we're pretty
Me
excited for
too.
the season coming up. And we'll see you at the Queen's Plate this year as well.
Yes, I'm the official milliner to the Queen's Plate this year.
That's
I'm
great.
the master milliner to the Blossom Party at the Toronto Botanical Gardens.
Fantastic. I think these are going to be great events. And as always, people can come in and ask you for custom work, even though you're so busy with these other things.
Oh yes, well, it's all about custom. It's all about coming into the hat shop
Right.
and either purchasing direct off our shelf or indulging me in the pleasure of creating for you.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, David. I look forward to checking out what's new in your shop as often as I can, because it's always a wonderland in here and we've always got something going on.
Thank you, Miss Megan. You're the best.
As are you, David.
All right, bye everyone. Make sure you check out daviddunkley.me and follow us on Instagram, or follow me on Instagram, David Dunkley Hat, or David Dunkley 5 Million on Facebook. Thanks. Have a great day.